This song requires our percussion to set up a little bit, so I'm going to give this some extra time. But our next piece is called Forge of the Vulcan, and it has some non-traditional percussion instruments. And you're going to notice, well, I'll just let you discern what instruments you hear in the back. But they're non-traditional, and plus our band gets to play some percussion instruments as well. They're natural percussion instruments called clapping of their hands. And so they really enjoyed working on this piece, and we hope you enjoy Forge of the Vulcan. as Ms. Barnes said, this group has been absolutely marvelous to work with. I've done 6 or 7 honor bands before, and I can assure you that many that I go to, the students are not near as prepared as these students were. From the first time we met and we played together, we were able to pretty much read through the music. And that's saying a lot. So these students were very well prepared, and so I want to thank the directors for spending some time looking at this music and spending some time teaching them. You've got some fantastic directors in this region. And when Ms. Barnes called me and said, you know, we'd like you to come do this honor band, and I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, that sounds like a wonderful opportunity. And so I've enjoyed every moment of it. Like Ms. Barnes said, I've taught here for 18 years in Oklahoma. And many of the directors in this area I look up to are mentors of mine and friends of mine. And so we know each other well. So it's been kind of a homecoming. And so I really appreciate the invitation. You also need to know that we've talked a lot about things other than music. We've talked about attitudes. And your students, by the way, have homework. And so when you're driving home today or when you're sitting at Brahms eating ice cream, that sounds like kind of something we ought to do tonight. So take your students for ice cream and ask them about their homework, because I've talked to them about their attitude of gratitude. The band directors sacrifice a lot. They sacrifice a lot of family time. And so I've told these students that, you know, many of them stayed in nice hotels last night. Many of them, the band directors worked late at night to help them know their music and run off music and give them things to do the next day. And so I want to ask the same thing of you, parents, if you would. You know, do what you can to show your appreciation to your band directors for the long hours that they spend with your students. They don't ask for anything a lot in return, or they wouldn't do it. But you know, find some ways, be creative ways to thank your band directors and what they do for your students. But here's the second part of that. These students not only come from fine band programs, but they come from fine families. And I had the opportunity to just visit with these students, and they are tremendous young people. At a 7th grade level, they are very mature for their age. And again, they sat through a long rehearsal yesterday. So I'm very, very proud of these students. And I know that they'll cross paths again with each other, and hopefully I'll cross paths with them as well at the camp and other opportunities we may have time to spend together. I know you're probably going to enjoy our last tune. I told my students that my daughter, the last thing that she said before I walked out the door, she said, "Don't do anything embarrassing, Dad." And so I tried to not sing as much as I should. And I told the students, if I start breaking out into the Mick Jagger dance, just please, you know, calm me down. Or if I start singing some songs, or, you know, calm me down. And they've done a good job. And so I hope you enjoy it. And the students have really enjoyed working this piece up. Selections from the Rolling Stones. Hope you enjoy it.